Howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this a brand new day. Yes, indeed, son of a gun. It is Sunday, I believe. Let me check on my computer here. Yes, indeed, it is Sunday. Definitely a thumbs up. I've been going to bed late. Hokey smokes, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning when I finally got to bed last night. But I slept until just about 5:30. So, going to bed, I don't toss and turn for hours if I go late. So, I don't know. We're gonna have to see. I need more sleep, but hey, at least I'm alive. And that's a good thing. And hey, of course, front loading the video. Of course, if you could interact with the YouTube algorithms, toss me a like if you like what you're seeing here. If you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool. I have various links and such in my video description. That's cool. And of course, I want to thank every one of my patreon.com patrons. These beautiful and awesome people are beautiful and awesome, literally helping to keep me all alive. And that is a very good thing, and I just wanted to thank them for that. I appreciate being able to metabolize. It is indeed a very good thing. Thumbs up and thank you. So, yay. Links and all that in the video description. So, thumbs up, but again, thank you all so very, very much. Hokey smokes. Not a ton has happened since, like, yesterday. I mean, I got walkies, I watched videos, I played games. I'm having my voice just fail here for a moment. It sounds like it's weak and I don't know why. So, thumbs up and sorry. But there are some things that I have talked about, thought about, and I did want to talk about. One was, I hope Potatotron still watches this because I use the backpack that Potatotron sent me all the time, and I can never go back to not having a backpack. I used to carry all the stuff in my arms, and it was horrible. I was always exhausted when I got home. Now, I threw a 20-pound container of cat dirt into my backpack, added 2 soda bottles into it, and then some other stuff that I eat. So that was like 30 pounds on my back, and I was great all the way home and back. So thumbs up for that. But here's the thing still that's freaky and weird about all this. I've kind of talked about this before. That's 30 pounds of stuff that I was carrying on my back, and it was pretty bloody heavy. I'm already carrying one of those. I used to be pretty heavy, and I'm going to talk about that, but I'm right around 195, 200 pounds right now. A couple years back, I was at 170. That's 30 pounds more than I used to weigh. That big old backpack that was heavy, oh my God, hard to carry. I'm already carrying one of those on my body that I've been slowly accumulating over the past 2 years. I'm already carrying one of those frickin' heavy backpacks on my body and body fat. Ow, that's heavy. What's even worse, of course, is I used to weigh routinely around 220 pounds. That's another backpack like that on my back, except just carried on my frame. When I was married to my wife, I was sometimes up to 290 at one time. That's 4 of those 30-pound backpacks I was carrying just on my skeleton and body fat. And then after my wife died, I actually ballooned up to 325. Oh my God, that is a lot of weight. 5 times 20? Or 5 times 30? Yeah, all that. I was carrying it around all the time. I don't want to get heavy anymore. Oh my God, I don't even like weighing as much as I do. So I'm always fighting to keep my weight down. Holy smokes. But yeah, so I carried all that stuff and it's good, and I don't get as exhausted. I'm carrying stuff on my back instead of dragging it off my arms. So definitely a thumbs up. A very, very good thing. Oh, excuse me, my tummy. No, hokey smokes. I drank some soda just before this. And not being a hyper vlogger, I don't edit these things up. And here's something. Oh my God, I gotta talk about this one. It just suddenly popped into my head remembering all this. I can't remember who the guy that does the channel is. I'm going to hopefully have a clip of the stuff that happens here.
This was groundbreaking stuff for the PS3. Use it to hit weak points, confuse your enemies and prevent them from attacking, or accelerate deforestation.
What are you doing right?
But this guy does reviews, incorrect reviews of games, and they're goofy, intentionally silly reviews that are wrong. These videos, as entertaining to watch as they are also exhausting. Thinking takes energy. We are electrochemical in nature. The cells of our bodies and especially our brains, they are constantly sucking and pulling out chemicals that they need to do stuff, just constantly pulling in and tossing out stuff. So there's constantly just chemical activity going on in all of our cells. And then our brains, especially with our nerve cells and our nervous systems, run on actual electricity. And along your nerves, you have these spots, I can't remember the full name, myelination, myelin sheaths, where you have fatty spots that build up around your nerve cells. And that's good because the electricity to travel faster actually arcs between those. And when electricity arcs, it moves faster. And so you have literal electrical arcs running through your brain and your nervous system all the time. But this stuff takes energy and it takes time to process because it is electrochemical. If you bang your toe, it takes a quarter of a second for that impulse to get up to your brain. That's a long time. And all this is happening right up here. So when you're thinking, it can be exhausting and it takes time to process something. I like these guys' videos, but they are exhausting because each of the clips that are being used, and they are edited clips with extra sound bites and graphics added in. But none of these clips last more than, a second at most. And these are 15-minute videos. And you've got every second or 2 seconds a new video clip being played as he's talking. And there's extra graphics for new information on top of that in the 1 second, and added sound information on top of this. Especially when you get older, when your processing slows down. It is exhausting because by the time you process what happened here, you're already 3 or 4 clips up. So you process this, you've lost this, and then you've got new stuff coming and you're trying to process, and you're losing all the new stuff as you're processing this. It is exhausting. Amazing, funny. It's like hyper vlogging to the max. But oh my God. Still, life is life, it's a good thing. And I honestly cannot remember if I talked about this one, but I'm going to talk about this one. There are all sorts of people that, there are reaction channels and there are commentary channels that talk about the dumb stuff that kids do today. And I sort of talked about this, I seem to remember yesterday with like TikTok challenges and kids, but kids do dumb stuff, so please, don't blame kids for doing dumb stuff. Blame kids for doing dumb stuff, but undeveloped brains, please. Yes, I did want to talk about this one, so I just talked about it a little more. My sincere apologies. So, I am kind of out of breath here. Yay on that. Not a lot past that has been happening. As stated, I've just gone out walkies myself. I've been doing things. I have to switch types of shoes because the shoes that I have are slowly falling apart. And even though I've got some newer shoes, I can't wear them all the time. And I want to make things last. And one thing I have found, one of the things that used to happen so much with my older shoes that made them so difficult to always use is when you walk in your shoes, you have friction. And, the back of your shoe will rub on your heel. And my heels rub a lot and hard, apparently, because before too long, I will rub the fabric, holes in the fabric at the back, and then there's foam padding in the back, and then that will get torn out. And then I've just got a big hollow in the back so my foot moves more inside of the shoe. That's been a mess. So for a very long time I've dealt with that until finally a couple of years back I decided I'm going to use duct tape. Now, because it took time to figure out how to do this properly, what I do when I get new shoes is I take some duct tape and I line the back of the shoe where my heel goes. Yeah, it makes it so it's not as soft. It makes it so there's a little bit more room than maybe it would have. But the back of the shoe, where that thing is, it stays. There's still foam and padding and protection and, softness. So my shoes look horrible if you can see them because, I've got duct tape all over them. But it works. It keeps the back from frying and being destroyed, which is good. So now the soles wear out before anything else. I got one pair that's kind of nice, so I wear them inside and I wear them outside if it's dry. But if I go outside and there's any water on the ground at all, whoop, right up into the shoe and my feet are soaked. So yay. And then I actually still have some hiking boots that someone sent me several years back, but I only really use them during the winter time when there's ice. So they get used for like maybe 1 or 2 weeks in the year. They're lasting quite some time. Hopefully there'll be snow and ice to go walking and clambering about on this year. Yeah, I don't want too much. I don't want to get too cold. Don't want it awful. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to take what you got to take. And of course, there is still some stuff about the whole razor's edge and all that I want to talk about. Part of it is about the glamours and traveling about because there's something that people can do that's known as riding the line. If you have a strong sense of the sight, so that you can actually, instead of just being affected by glamours, it's like, hey, I need to go to this place, and you're walking, and you make a left turn, and you're not sure why, but hey, that was a glamour. Then there are those people who have the stronger sense of sight. When they feel that nudge, they can go, oh, it's that. That's the glamour that's telling me where to go. If you have a good, strong sense of sight, you can do something that's called riding the line, where normally the glamours are perfectly fine, good, and safe. And that's the key word, safe, to get you where you want to go. They'll get you there quickly, the best route for you, the safest route for you. You don't always want to just do the safest route. You want to do something that's like fast, or let's say you're feeling adventurous. You want to take an extra thing. You want to choose your own route. You can do something that's riding the line, where instead of just taking what's available to you, you enter. It's like in juggling. Any type of thing where you're in the zone, where you can juggle for a time, and you can juggle, and you're with it, and you can do it. I can juggle for about 3 seconds, then boom, everything goes flying. It's like that. If you're walking, riding a bike, driving a car, you're not reaching out and letting the world affect you. You are just zoning and feeling where it is. And then you pick and choose what feels right, and you follow that glamour. You can go to amazing places doing that. You can be in the middle of a desert on the razor's edge. Ride the line, follow the glamours, and end up on a desert island very quickly. And then ride the line back out. It's not always safe. In the story that I was talking about yesterday with these people who are trapped in one layer, the one person who discovers that they're not alone in there is he finds the creature that's eating a person. Everyone figures, and really it's what happened. When you are just traveling, again, the glamours choose the path for you, and you are going from layer to layer to get to some place, as long as there's not a lot of stabilizing intelligence. This person could have just been traveling at random from place to place. One of the places that the glamours chose for him was that layer that passed through the little motel area there, and had the bad luck to go traveling just when this thing was hungry, and then no one ever saw that person again. So they're usually safe. Excuse me. They are usually safe, but not always. And when you go riding the line, well, it's like Stephen King wrote a short story that is perfect for this, from like years and years and years and years, decades ago, where there's a person just loved to drive and she loved finding shortcuts. And eventually she was finding shortcuts. This is like told from the story of a significant other, where it's like 20 miles to get from here to there, but she can do it in 15. And when she gets back, there's stuff that's not really of our world sometimes splashed on the car. And it's exciting and she loves it. It's kind of like that. It's dangerous, it's wild, but you can go far and do crazy stuff. There are some that do it a lot, like Speleodoncus Ray. When he goes out traveling and picking, he goes riding the line because he goes far out there. Not a lot of people can do it, and especially in areas that are stabilized, like in cities and towns where intelligence helps keep everything stable. It's more difficult to go riding the line around there. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 or however many people left the comments. It's been a long time. Well, it happens periodically, but it's been a long time since it's happened consistently where I've had that many. But I thank each and every one of you because every comment greater than 0 is awesome. And if I mispronounce the username, no disrespect, and even though I count American Sign Language with my depression and fibro and such, one day I'm going to hit a wall, but I'm not there yet. Jocelyn Williams, thumbs up and thank you. Mountain Tea and a whole bunch of L's, thumbs up, and I'm at least alive. Yuki likes hot potatoes, and a very good thing. Thumbs up and good to see you. Craig YAC, thumbs up and thank you very much. Pancake Cookie, thumbs up. We have Larry from Space. So far not bad, but thank you. Ice Damon, greatly appreciated. Juan UVALLE, thumbs up and thank you. Ben B, greatly appreciated. We have, out of breath still. Gregory Young, thumbs up and thank you. Paulixo, I sure up on close, thumbs up and thank you. Conspo Lopez, always good to see you in the comments, and yeah, I don't like it. Anthony McGee, thumbs up, and that is it. What is that? 13 people who left comments in the past 24 hours. Thumbs up and thank you, because you get me out of my head and into the world and dealing with the real people, if only in text, and if only for a short time. So thank you, it is appreciated. And of course, I don't know what device you're watching this on, but wherever the show more, the video description, whatever it's called is, wherever that is on the device you're watching, there are links inside to things like my various channels. If you could check those out, and then Twitter, Facebook, Patreon. And again, I want to thank each and every one of my patreon.com patrons. These beautiful and awesome people literally help to keep me alive, and it is appreciated. My disability barely covers my rent and a little more. So these people keep food in my belly and food in my pets' bellies, and that is very good and very appreciated. Thumbs up and thank you so very, very much, each and every one of you. If you'd like to help me out without becoming a patron, I do have a PayPal link, and I'm not above grubbing for your spare cash. When you got next to nothing, anything helps. And if you'd like to help without sending money, I have links to an Amazon wishlist link. If you could check that out, that'd be cool. Do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled, and if you cannot, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart, where I draw interest. And of course, if you could toss me a like, that would be very awesome. If you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button, that would be very cool and greatly appreciated. I'm going to change this soon, but until I do, these are a good foundation for your life. They are not the end-all and be-all. These are just good ideas. They are not everything, but seek them out. It is a good idea. And of course, with the variants and the Covfefe bug itself still raging, please take precautions. Do not go out amongst others if you don't have to. If you must, maintain your social distancing. Wear a mask. Try not to touch your face with your hands. Wash those hands often. Get the vax if you haven't. Get a booster if you can. Hokey smokes. Hokey smokes. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And quite frankly, I think that's a very good thing.